It's me, Saturday, and I'm back. Look at my hair. That's why I keep my hat on. I normally got my beanie hat on, but look at this, just a windswept Wurzel gummidge look. Anyway, so pond temperature, I'm at now 13 degrees. Let me climb up. 13 degrees. Yeah, no, 13. I don't think that will show up on there, so I'm going to put it up. $15 degrees. Should get there today. Now, in here, remember these fish? I have spotted a potential problem with, well, it don't look so bad today. The Ginrin Kitsuri looked, I might still have a quick closer look at it, but it looked like it had to start a dropsy the other day, but since obviously this was yesterday, in fact it's looking way better, but it's still you still see on the underside there it's not looking too hot, so I might get it in a bowl. Oh no, it's not looking. Look down that left side there, a load of raised scales. So I'm going to do some scrapes. I'm going to have a quick closer look at it in case it's damaged underneath, and I've not seen that obviously because you're looking down on them. So a couple of scrapes on a few fish and a closer look at that, just to see what and where. Now obviously I'm going to be kicking myself thinking that, is it because I didn't have any heat on over the last, I don't know, 6-7 weeks and the colds caused that? I don't know, it's still swimming around, it's not upset with itself, so I'm not majorly panicking yet, but as we all know, koi keepers, if you get dropsy within a fish, it can be a bit of a 50-50 whether you can save it or not save it, so don't know. So yeah, basics first. So water tests, a few scrapes, and then I'll have a slightly closer look at it. But definitely with the temps now steady, because I've got the heater back on, it should give me a bit more of a fighting chance with any issues that I do have. But it looked yesterday, it looked way worse than that yesterday, so whether or not get down that side, I don't know. There's a potential that it damaged itself, I suppose, but I'm only guessing. As I say, what I'd suggest with anyone with any problem with pond or the fish, just start with basics, isn't it? Water checks, which is the easiest thing to do and less stressful, and then potentially a few scrapes if everything turns out to be okay. So that's where I'm going to start. But yeah, disappointing, but you know, I suppose I've been lucky this last year or so, after all the millions of issues I had a couple of years back, and now everything seemed to have settled. But I'll never know whether it was my heater issue, not having that on and it going down to sort of 6 degrees has caused that, or what. Anyway, so that's the plan. Well, it's not the plan just yet, because the weather's actually reasonable. I'm going to actually go out on my bike tomorrow rather than sit on my bike trainer, so I need to put that together. Then I'll set to pond stuff and I'll pick you back up. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. It's not a bike channel, I know. I'll be back to koi in a minute after this is done. Sorry about the bike thing. Anyway, right, so you know how this works. I'm not going to film doing all the tests. I'm going to do ammonia, nitrite, chlorine, pH. I'm going to double check the temperature with me. I've got a TDS meter. which we use for work, it's got a thermometer thing on it as well, just to make sure that's right. And then depending on, well, not depending, I'm then going to bowl definitely the Grrrr Kitsuri, and then maybe that. I think, if I remember rightly, last year that Kahaku looked a little bit mucusy a lot of the year. There's definitely quite a few raised scales on it here, look. I don't know if you're getting that on the screen. Amazing. It looks better than yesterday. Big Chag's a bit veiny as well. Who knows, that time of year when, you know, especially it's because there was no heat and now there is a bit of heat, so it could be kicking stuff off. It's definitely not brilliant, that. We'll see, could have a massive hole on the bottom, could be drop C, who knows. Anyway, right, so just double check the temp. Head off. So 13.3 degrees. In fact, I've had the lid open all day. Well, I say all day. Been, I think, 12:30, 3 hours maybe. Oh no, it's only been an hour and a half. I've had the lid open for an hour and a half. So just out of interest, I'll check the TDS of the pond. It's a major. 220. It's not far off what the tap water is. Obviously there's been no food going in. I've got no blanket weed and other junk in the water, so it's probably right. Anyway, right, let's get some water and a cup and then go and get these tests done. Right, I'll come back to you when I've done it. I won't film it, you know what it's about. See you in a bit. Bloody cat. So, as expected, water parameters perfect. Ammonia was 0.03, chlorine 0, nitrite 0, pH was my normal 8.2. Temperature's about right, 13.5ish degrees. So gonna go and have a look. In fact, the fish is there. Look, can't see any visible marks on it. I'm still going to scrape a couple and get that out, just to give it a quick proper check. So I'm going to get this cover off here, this side, just to give me a bit of room. Oh, and I've just remembered. One, where's the net? Over here. And two, it's got a bloody hole in it. Yep, there's a hole in it. Oh dear. Can you see? Can you see it? There it is. God damn it. We'll see if I can patch that up. I might still be able to do it. God's sake. And I'm going to go and order a net right now. Well, I'm going to write a note and I'm going to do it in a minute. When I've attempted to try and get a fish here. Should have sorted that last year. Anyway, right, I'm not going to film it because I'm stressed out as it is. I'm mad about my net. Let's get rid of all this stuff and then see how we go. Hopefully nothing, but you know, we'll see. Obviously once I get the kitsuri out in a bowl, I'll get the camera on it, we can have a look and then make a decision about what I'm going to do, if anything. Right, I'll see you in a bit when I'm mad. Fish one, it's like lucky dip. Remember this from last year? Well, a decent bit of size actually. We're touching 40 cm. So I'm going to have a quick flick over in the bowl just to check this underside and get a scrape, and then put it back in. But again, no visible signs as it's swimming around like this, so we'll see. Right, see you in a minute. Scrape one, literally put the slide under the scope, didn't even move the bed, and spotted it. See now, obviously this isn't going to, I haven't got a camera, well I've got a camera but it's not supported by Windows whatever I've got 10, so you're going to have to put up with my phone or me GoPro looking down the thing. But that probably is the problem because there's quite a few of them. Come to my trick party, man. Loads of them. I don't think I've ever seen so many. So, easy to sort. PP. I'm going to do it now. It's only 2 o'clock, something like that, so I've got plenty of time to keep an eye on them. I've got PP, I think, in bucketfuls. I'm not going to get the Kitsuri out. It looked clean from what I could see over there. I'm not sure how well that came out on the camera, so I'm not going to stress it and cause any more damage potentially. So I'm going to do my PP treatment in a minute. But before I do that, I'm just going to have a quick look in the drum. Again, I've not looked in the drum since last year at some point. So I'm going to get in the filter bay now to have a look, just to make sure. Because if you remember rightly, however many moons ago, I did have some junk stuck on the underside of the waste tray. So I got in a bit of a couple of times a year, every 6 months, taking it apart just to make sure the underside of the waste tray was completely clean. But I haven't looked in the drum for that long, I don't know what it looks like. So I'm going to hop over there now, just take the tray out, give it a clean up if needed, pop it back, and then get my PP in. In fact, I'm going to get my PP ready now, and then be done. Hopefully that'll be the sort of it. That's the end of it, not start of it, the end of it. Just one dose of PP should knock it all off. But trick normally, in my mind, are associated with dirt and muck, so the only place there could be a build-up is in the drum. There's nothing in the pond. There is said fish. So I would expect, once the PP goes in, that fish to look a lot better in about a week. If not, I will get it out for another inspection. Well, not another, I will get it out for an inspection. Yeah, obviously there's been no food going in, as I said earlier, there's no blanket weed, so there should be no build-up. If there is, it would have been left from last year. Obviously I'm going to empty the drum anyway, so then when I open it back, it will purge back to the drain, sorry. I'm going to purge the drain, not the drum, or whatever way around. So I'm going to empty the drum out, clean it out, and then once I turn it back on, obviously the drum's going to fill up at full speed, so that should hopefully, if there is anything in the bottom drain line, clear that out as well. It's that double-edged sword, isn't it? Happy to find something because you know what you're going up against, but actually, parasites. Right, okay, let's get the kettle on. Get it sorted. At least I know, and I've not spent hours squinting down the bloody microscope trying to find out what it is. Anyway, right, catch and dip. So, the PP, well in date, 2023, and I've got sodium thiosulfate to neutralise it. You can use hydrogen peroxide, but I've got that, and that's meant to be a bit safer than the HP because it's an oxidiser. and this isn't. So if there's any problems or it's still purple after me 4 hours, I can add that to clear it. Right. So I'll say I'm going to get this mixed up now in the chunky bucket, which is over there somewhere. Then I'm going to empty the drum and just have a look on the back of the waste chute. I'll take the camera over there just to see. Hopefully there won't be anything, but you never know. Yeah, whether or not this was festering from last year, and I never caught it because of the kahaku that I scraped I don't know how many times, because it always looked a little mucusy. Whether it was that, it's just been there since then, I don't know. So we'll take it from here. Get my junk bucket, get that mixed, and get over there. Well, first thing I've noticed, UV's off. So whether or not that's broke, or even is it even switched on, it might actually be off. I'll have to check that from the other side. But yeah, it's quite clean in here from what I can see. I don't know if we're going to be able to see in there. Oh, there we are. It's actually all clean in there. But as you know, I've probably not just my drum but all drums get a bit of junk and whatever stuck on the bottom of this tray, so I'm just going to whip it out quickly and see. But there's nothing obvious in there, just the usual bits of and teeth. God, there's quite a few. Yeah, koi teeth. No big ones. There might be a bigger one there, look. Here's a big one. Always interesting seeing them. Anyway, yes, yeah, so I'm going to whip that out. In fact, I think I've got this undone anyway. Well, you can see it's the underside that the potential issues. So right, put the toolbox, let's get it whipped off and have a look. Completely clean. So that's the job checked and done. Drum inside looks lovely actually. Nice. Nice and shiny. There's nothing obvious in there that's a concern. Right, let's get this back then. Ready to get me PP in that's resting just there. Right, that's checked out anyway. Didn't find anything, but you know, that's good. I don't really know what else. I might have a quick look in the K1. I can't actually because I've got the lid on now, I haven't screwed on. Oh well. Wouldn't have thought there'd be anything. If the drum's clear, there's going to be nothing through there, is there, anyway? I'm getting wet feet. Right, let's get this done. UV, not working. Don't know, it's an amalgam one. I think you can buy just the bulbs for it. But, I'm going to hold fire anyway, I won't going to need it just yet, cover's still on, so I'll do a bit of research into that. Someone will probably put in the comments if you can. I'll probably look later because I've got to go and buy a net. Not got to forget a net. Right, I'm going to put the first lot of PP in now. 2 o'clock, something like that. 3 o'clock, 7, it'll be dark, but I'll have to keep an eye on them, no choice. I'm going in. I might actually pour it in the drum. So it goes in over the shower. What do we like over this side? There we go. Be purple, my friends. hopefully this will sort it out. Should do. One lot done, finito, and then hopefully no other issues with that fish. But we'll have to wait and see. But temp will help, having it at 15 when I get there at some point later on today. I've said this before in previous videos, but when I do a PP treatment, so that's a full dose in that bucket, I've actually made up a further half dose in this bucket, if you can hear me because of the wind, which I'll leave over here, just in case it goes off before the 4 hours, and then I can add the half in, but it probably won't. But for PP's dirt cheap in it, so for the sake of boiling the kettle once more, it's worth doing, just in case you need to chuck a bit more in if it goes off within the 4. It was an eventful day, wasn't it? We have anything planned for today, and then all of a sudden, well, other than having a quick look at some fish which I spotted yesterday, yeah, you know, that's the way it goes with Koi, isn't it? Especially coming into spring. No doubt there's going to be lots of people with lots of issues, as per every year, myself included now. Not a lot we can do other than try and treat for them. Anyway, right, I'm going to go and sit down for a bit now. I've been on it. In fact, I'm probably going to have to spend 20 minutes tidying up the amount of stuff I've had out. Right, catch you later. Hour and a half in. All fish are looking alright. There's no way that that's going to not stay the course, this. So there's no organic load within the pond with like blanket weed and so on. So still nice and purple. They're all swimming around. They were going a bit crazy a minute ago. I was looking out the window, all swimming around a bit mental, but not much longer. So as soon as it gets to the 4 hours, I'll put in me sodium thiosulfate. I can't remember the dose. But it'll clear the, it'll neutralise the PP then. But no need to panic with PP, measure it out, check your calculations, then measure it, check it again, and then do it, you know. As long as you know the volume of your pond, it's safe, isn't it? Safe. Anyway. Yep, right, back inside. Not about this outside life now. A bit chilly. Anyway, bye. Morning. Bloody pigeons, look. Bloody things. That's why I got a roof. Stop birds getting in. So, it's the morning after. Oh, what's my bottom drain on? Oh, it is on. Drain doesn't seem to be blowing as much as normal, so it's the morning after the PP treatment. They're all still alive. In fact, that fish now, which is one that alerted me to do my scrape, it's looking a lot better already. There's no ray scales down that side, and there's very few now that side, so hopefully that'll be that sorted. So I'm at 15 now. Should be. Heat is off. Yep, 15 degrees. Heat is working perfectly now, and I've just started. Well, I'm going to start. I'll trickle a bit of food in now. Not going crazy. Obviously they've been off it for a while, so they're going to be a little bit wary and whatever of food going in. So there we go. So yeah, I'm glad I caught the trick. Can't remember the last time I even had that parasite. Quite a while ago. So hopefully that's that sorted. The UV, I've decided it's dead. There we go. I might double check to see if there's a wiring issue, but it's probably the bulb. And I'm just, as I said just then, the bottom drain doesn't seem to be producing as much air as normal. God knows why that is. And I've got my trickling back on. And the water's actually not looking too bad. The sodium thiosulfate has done its job and cleared up the water quite nice. Obviously had to do that yesterday in the dark at 7 o'clock when my 4 hours was up. I was out with the torch, but chucked it in. They looked alright. Well, not looked alright, actually they were looking a little bit like they'd had enough, to be honest. So 4 hours is definitely plenty. And bearing in mind there's no organic load in the pond, so the PP is probably at its very strongest because there's nothing to eat it up, organic matter. And they're definitely looking like they've probably had enough. They looked okay, but there was a couple of them just swimming around the top of the pond and just looking a little bit lethargic. So 4 hours plenty. Sodium thiosulfate in, and then this is what they look like the next morning. So I'm happy with that. And as I say, hopefully now this will be that cleared. So I'm going to hold 15 now for foreseeable until the air temps get up to that kind of figure. So we're probably talking, I don't know, April time, May maybe, and then I'll steadily increase it over the next few months to get up to 20 odd, but then obviously we'll be talking rebuild time anyway. So as long as I can just iron out any fluctuations with the temp with it, I'm not obviously aiming for growth and stuff with what I'm doing, because the fish are going to be coming out for a few weeks and going in a pool. So, but it will allow me to keep that steady temperature, get a bit of feed in them, get them happy, sort out any issues, and then probably have a ton more when they're out in a pool not happy before they can go back into their forever home. But we're a while off from that yet, so you know, we'll just see how we go. Anyway, so I thought I'd just check in on them, and they're all well and good. I do still need to keep an eye on this fish, but as I say, well, I don't think there's any race girls that side now. They've all gone down, and the other side is looking way better. So that was the flag for me. Right, anyway, I might pick you up in the week. You never know. If not, I probably will. Anyway, catch you later. My new net's here. Anyway, how's everybody? Oops, I'll sort that in a minute. What an absolutely glorious, look, glorious day today. Okay, you can see me now. The sun's behind the cloud, but it's been absolutely roasting. 16 degrees, loving it. So I got my net. I do want to net the Gimmer and Kitsuri, but before I do that, it won't be on today's video actually, it'll be next week's video, probably the start of next week's video actually, because I've got quite a bit of stuff to edit and go through and get this out for you guys on Saturday morning as per usual. Now we're back. I like this because obviously the weather's good and I'm at 15 degrees. Everybody gets excited. that's the fish I need to get out. This side, the right flank of it, is absolutely perfect now, but the other side is still an absolute shed load of ray scale, so I want to just closer look, so I'm going to net it and probably re-scrape anyway, and then take it from there. Anyway, so yeah, I love it now. Fish are back on it. I'm putting in 2 lots of this at the minute today, just to get everything going, just to get the fish going. So we'll probably have in, I don't know, give them some more, 60 grams of food a day, something like that, 2 feeds, 2 a week gem. And every time the covers are off now, they are on it, they know. Spring is on its way, they're all excited, temperature's good. What is that fish doing? Look, it's eating them. Anyway. So yeah, in fact, that just says it's at 16 degrees. I assume the heater's been on at some point today, topping up. It was quite cold last night, but as I say, beautiful today. So yeah, food going back in twice a day, fish looking good, apart from Kitsuri, but everyone else went through the PP fine. They all look good, apart from that one fish. But there could be, as I said, there could be an underlying issue with a mark or a lump of some kind under it, but that will need further investigation. I'll need to get the fish out. I'll have to wait for my net to come, and that's here now, so I can do that. So all good in the hood. So that's my plan for this weekend. When you're watching this, I'll be out here looking at that fish in closer. I will then be tackling some more of this over here, or more than likely this over here is what I'll be tackling. I want to get them other sleepers put in to form this wall here, so that I can sort the rest of that stuff. Thanks for all the comments and suggestions for me A-site. I gave it a bit of a trim, but I'm not brave enough to be hardcore with it. I took a bit off the top just to level it all out, and I took some of the lower spindly bits off and other bits and bobs that were just growing weird, even though you can probably say a lot of this is still growing weird. But I'm going to leave it at that for now, and we'll see how it does. But it should start springing into life soon. In fact, they may already be, so we might be alright. Not going to focus, is it? Yeah, it's looking like there's leaves on the way of some kind, so hopefully we're all good. Hope so, don't want to lose it. So that's the plan for this weekend. Busy, and obviously the weather's good, so I'm going to be on my bike. Yeah, I know you all love that. So anyway, thanks for watching this week. Again, a massive thank you to everybody who ordered something from my shop. I got a load of messages last week asking what the web address was, so I'm going to say now. It's koidiaries.net. Load more t-shirts went out last week. I've still got a load, but and there's some other bits and bobs on there. I have started to make headway on all the other bits and bobs for the site, mainly the Parasite, Koi healthcare and that kind of thing, but it's taken a long time. We've been busy with work, so just keep an eye out. Get your name down on the mailing list as well, because I want to do a once a month written update stuff. I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet. I'll have one of them out the first of every month, so there'll be one coming out in March. Again, head over to the website, get your email address on there, and that will go out direct to you from there. So yes, thanks for everybody's contributions last week and comments, fantastic. And as usual, if you're here watching and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I do really want to push these numbers this year if I can. I'm getting more people watch that aren't subscribed than are. It's probably the same people, so please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your support. So that's it for this week. I'll definitely 100% be a video next week, because as I say, I've got a few bits I want to do and have a look at that fish. So I'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for watching. Remember, thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe. You know you are. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much. See you later.